If my man does not like it, then I'm not doing it. And I know some of the younger generation might be screaming right now, but hear me out. That's my man. That's my heart and soul, my best friend. He is my partner. We are in this together forever.
So I'm so glad and happy that some women are waking up and realizing this, or that there's a few rare unicorns or hidden gems left. This is wifey material. This is girlfriend material. This is exactly what men are looking for when they go overseas. And it's so encouraging to see there's a couple still at that couple.
And I don't know where it got lost, but your partner, spouse, husband, wife, they're supposed to be up here, above almost everything else, including yourself.
And that's love, right? That's one definition of love, is putting the other person above yourself. Being selfless, sacrificing for them. And it's really good. It's unhealthy when it only goes one way, but it's really good when both people participate. And it seems like her and her man, or her husband or boyfriend or whoever, have a very strong relationship, and she gets it. She understands. And it's just respectful.
So I know that if he doesn't want me to do something, he has a good reason for it. And I know that he has my best interest at heart.
So this is a really good point, right? If he loves her, he has her best interest for her. And so if he tells her he doesn't want her to do something, it's not like he's controlling or manipulative or anything like that. He's just looking out for her safety or for some other reason. There's a reason behind it. He's not just a jerk. And she's the same way, but to him, and I don't know why it's so hard for people to understand. Like she says, this should be a very simple concept, but we just traveled so far to the far left that what should be common sense has been lost somewhere, and it's time for the pendulum to swing back. And it's so refreshing to see this in a lady.
Just like I do for him. So I can be independent, opinionated, and be my own woman while still respecting and listening to my man. That's all there is to it.
And obviously they really hate her, right? You know how culture is and everything, and people on social media, they really hate her. She had took that down the video, or she kept it up, but made it, couldn't save it. So that's why I had to do the duet to stitch it together to even do a reaction on this video. But other women are starting to figure it out. They're starting to agree too. So that's encouraging.
If my man doesn't like it, I'm not doing it. I just saw this girl post about this, and it was so true. I used to be in situationships and relationships where I would never listen to them because I'm like, a man doesn't control me.
So this is great. This woman admits she used to do it wrong. She admits the old way doesn't work. She had relationship or failed relationship. She had situationships. What the heck is that? But regardless, you crazy Gen Z kids always making up new words. Regardless, she had all these bad experiences, and has come to realize with older age and wisdom, that way doesn't work. And the reason could lack of respect. She didn't respect him. He didn't respect her. She set the tone. Wasn't not healthy. He reciprocated it, but two wrongs don't make a right. They're both going to be toxic at that point. They're not going to take each other seriously, and without respect, a relationship is doomed. You need honesty, you need communication, you need faithfulness, and you need respect. Respect is up there, and no wonder divorce is so high, and it should be even higher, but everyone just there's so many people that don't even get married. They just live together and they break up, and that happens all the time. And, it's because of this. But at least she admits it. She's grown and realized Like, her old way didn't work. Like, that's the definition of a Sandy, where you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. She realized the old way didn't work. She's come to realize, like, what she was doing wrong. Like, she believed the propaganda. She believed, like, the whole culture, whatever, Western lifestyle. Or she realized it was wrong, and then she found a better way. And now she's happy, just with the great man. And they treat each other great.
It's respectful to care about your partner's feelings and to put it above anyone else.
And that's really all it comes down to. This is a respect matter. It's about being respectful and, supporting your spouse or your partner that way. And it's not about being controlling or manipulating. She understands it. She's a great woman. Definitely protect this one. And this is unfortunately why so many men are going overseas to find better wives, to find options like passport bros and stuff. Is because there's not enough of these girls back home. Like, I wish there were like thousands more like this. Tell she's just a sweetheart and everything, but like, we wouldn't have to go overseas to find good wives if there were more women like this back home. Unfortunately, she's just a rare unicorn. She's a gem. Like, you can find a needle in a haystack, but when you have to look on a farm with thousands of haystacks for one needle, like, it's impossible, right? It's so hard. And most men get ignored and overlooked, and they're just not going to find this. So that's why they go overseas. But it's so refreshing to get it. Like, some people get it, and it gives you hope for the future.
If my man doesn't like it or agree with it, then I'm not gonna do it. And there's probably a whole bunch of Gen Zers right now that are like screaming at the phone like, bah! I don't care. I have a very traditional outlook of marriages, relationships, family. I also have a very biblical outlook of things. Therefore, the way I base my relationship is centered around God, and it's going to hold those biblical values and morals.
So this woman's great. She gets it. She's absolutely beautiful. Southern Baptist, probably, that sort of thing. Just Southern Belle. Oh my gosh. Very cute, very nice. Any guy would be lucky to be like, this is the type of girl we wish like we had, right? We wouldn't have to go overseas if there were just more Americans like this. But unfortunately, it's just a sad reality that they're becoming more and more rare. But she's the salt of the earth, the light of the world, that sort of thing. Like, she understands like God and family, and putting your partner, your spouse, before others, and putting them before yourself, and that's amazing. Like, this is how it should be.
And it says in the Bible that we are supposed to submit to our husbands and submit to our spouses.
And you can tell she was raised right, like raised in church and everything. Like, she's a good girl, right? The kind you hope to find. And then she starts preaching a little bit about like submission and that sort of thing. And that like is a great passage and verse and all. But it often gets misquoted by men, unfortunately. So that's why like a lot of women have a problem with it, and they're like, wives, submit to your husband, blah blah blah. Like, it's not a control or a manipulation thing. You got to take like the passage in its entirety, right? The passage as a whole. So the rest of it says like, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for it, that sort of thing. And so in the entirety, like, your husband was supposed to like love the wife, and not just like love her, but love her unconditionally, and just so strongly, like how Christ himself like loved the church. Like, that's so intensely and everything. Like, a good man who loves his wife like that, he's not going to manipulate her. He's not going to be controlling. He's going to be looking out for her, like the first girl said. Like, if he's doesn't like it, he probably has a reason for it. He's looking out for her, So like, this whole like, oh, it's all manipulation and submission and stuff, like controlling, like, they're wrong. Like, Christ died for the church, So like, you love her so much, like you would die for her and protect her. Like, that's the biblical view on it. So like, when this girl starts preaching, like, it's actually great, but I just want to clarify a few things, just because I know people in the comments are some crazy like ethnists or something. You Christians just all trying to control people. You hate women. Like, that's not true. That's not what the passage is about. you're wrong. You're misquoting it. You're quoting it out of context. You gotta look at the whole passage, just being fair.
I want y'all to be aware that everything I'm saying pertains to those that are in healthy relationships. If you are with a toxic guy, this does not pertain to you.
So she totally gets it. Like, this shouldn't be rocket science, but it really will blow some people's minds, and they'll get really angry or whatever for no reason. But she totally gets it. Like, this isn't for toxic relationships. This is for a good, healthy relationship. If he doesn't like it, she's not going to deal with it. It's just a respect thing, and she cares enough about him and his feelings and them as a couple, their relationship as their future partner, or future husband, like that she is going to treat him right and not disrespect him, So it doesn't matter what it is. If he doesn't like the clothes she wears or go out or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, she's going to respect him because she doesn't want to upset him, and she doesn't, that's her man. Like, that's the person she wants a life with. And, like, if more people just had that attitude, like, America would be so much better. Western countries would be so much better. The collapse of society is happening because we've drifted so far from this. Like, common sense advice and dating, like, is just gone. It's like completely the 180. Like, this would be considered bad and toxic in many circles. And it's not. This is how it should be. This is common sense. This is love. This is respect. And, they get angry about that. And the fact that they get angry about it and the fact that this is so rare, it's just proven the passport bro is right. It's proven why guys are going to Thailand, why they're going to the Philippines, why they're going to DR and other places to find more traditional women, to find better women, to find better wives. It's because they're just a lot more over there. These girls are awesome. I think they're awesome. If you're on social media, if you're on TikTok or whatever, follow them if you want. Send them a like or shout out. I wish more American girls were like this. Like, if they were, you wouldn't have to go overseas to find someone. But it does give me hope for the future, so I wanted to share it today. Let me know in the comments, like, what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think these girls are awesome? Have you found a girl like this overseas? Let me know. And hit that like button if you liked it. It really helps out the channel. I appreciate it a lot. And, thank you so much for your time. God bless. I'll see you next time. Peace.